Hey guys, it's Goat the Great, and I wanted to just do a really quick preview of a game that I've been enjoying quite a bit. A lot of people may not know, and if I were to ask you to guess my favorite genre right now, some people may say shooter, some people may say racers, you know, because those are the kind of games that I've typically played on this channel. Those are the games that I've typically shown on this channel. But as some of you may know, the game that I was most excited for probably this generation was Castlevania Lords of Shadow, and I really like the Uncharted series. I also really love the Mario Brothers series. I've always been a massive Mario Brothers fan. I think I've owned just about every major Mario Brothers that is on a handheld or on a console up until the Wii. The Wii console, I don't know, that console just really disappointed me. But my favorite genre of game, no question, is the platformer genre. I've always loved platformers, and it's odd. Maybe it's because I like them so much, but it's the only genre of game that I can actually say that I'm somewhat decent at. I'm not a great gamer or anything like that, but when it comes to platform games, I'm pretty damn decent. Not the best, and I'm probably gonna end up eating my words because I'll probably die a couple of times while showing off this preview here, but let me get on to the game that I'm playing. This game is called Sideway. I think it is called Sideway New York, but when you fire the game up, it just says Sideway. It doesn't say anything about New York on there, but you're actually playing in New York. The areas that you're visiting are actual New York locales. Like right now, I'm in Jamaica, New York, which is where I actually live in New York. I live in Jamaica, Queens. So that probably turned me on to the game a little bit more, is the fact that it has real New York locales. You know, I see things like the A train, the J train, and the J train is literally like 10 minutes away from my house. So that probably turned me on a little bit more to the title. But beyond the fact that it's in New York, it's just, I love how this game plays. It's brilliant. It's smooth. I love the stylish graphics. It's got this kind of hand-drawn thing going on, while at the same time maintaining somewhat of a graffiti sort of look to it, which I guess kinda sort of goes with the whole theme of New York. But graffiti is more of a New York in the 90s, maybe the 80s kind of thing. No one really, while the graffiti movement is still out there, it's not as big as it used to be, thank God, because graffiti is disgusting, seeing things marked up all over the place. But yeah, the game plays really well. It's a platformer, but I guess I can call it an action platformer because it's got some nice action sequences. You know, the dude isn't just jumping all over everything. He has some little weapons in his arsenal, so to speak, such as he does have this graffiti thing where you can graffiti on platforms like this one here, and he's got some there I go dying. He's got some punches, he's got some kicks. He's pretty full featured with his skill set, but don't let the look of this game fool you. It's actually pretty challenging. It's pretty difficult at times, and even more so when you're doing commentary, because this level I've played before and I don't remember it being difficult like this. I don't remember dying at all. Like, I played through the entire level without a single death. But so it goes when you're trying to do commentary and play a game simultaneously. This game I don't think is on the Xbox 360. I didn't see it there, but I also didn't do any research to find out if it was available on the 360. So if someone knows about it being on the 360, maybe you can just drop a comment making me aware, or making others that may be interested in this title but not on the PlayStation aware of the fact that it is available elsewhere. What else can I say about this game? It's got a great soundtrack. Right now, it's just kind of playing some repetitive music, which the music can become a little repetitive in the game. However, it's got the soundtrack varies itself. The level before this, there's actually a full track with vocals and everything. That's pretty well done. And the story, I'm not really familiar with what it's about. All I just know is that this kid is trying, if I'm not mistaken, to find this other chick, and he's dealing with these gangs that are tag gangs. Again, my knowledge on what the game is about is very limited since I've done zero research. I just wanted to really kind of just do a quick preview for people to see what the game is about. As you can see, it's not your typical platformer where your platforms are in the foreground or anything. Everything is occurring along the walls of these buildings. As you turn, the scenery turns, the buildings turn, things like that. So the developers really went for a different style of doing things, and it's greatly appreciated, because this adds like another, how should I put, another piece of originality to the overall formula that they're going for here. You don't see a lot of games like this. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen any game like this. While I've seen platformers, I've never seen a platformer played like this, running along the walls with this kind of hip-hop graffiti style going on for it. And it's a platformer, so I like it even more. This is why I liked games like Limbo. This is why I liked games like Vampire Smiles, Death Smiles, I think it's called. That's why I like games like these, because they're all platformer games. Same goes for Lords of Shadow. Even though it's not a huge platforming title, it's got a lot of platforming elements to it. And I personally think that those are like the best games out there. Huge shooter fan. Huge fan of racing games. Can't wait for Need for Speed to run. But games like this really are some of the better games that I personally like to enjoy. Something about just leaping around and grabbing onto things and missing platforms by a just marginal amount of space. Truly awesome. Excuse my disjointed commentary here, because I'm also trying to concentrate on the game. As you can see, there are these collectibles that I'm picking up, and the collectibles add to your overall score. If you look at the top left-hand corner, adds to your overall score, which is tallied up at the end of the section that you're playing. You also have at the bottom left-hand corner, you've got your health in pink. And then there are those stars over there, which I have yet to really figure out what those stars are about. As I play the game more, I'm pretty sure I will become quite familiar with what they are. But as of right now, I'm still quite hazy on everything. I'm still trying to get down to the combat aspects and trying to understand everything about the title. And there I go, dying because that green New York monster thing ate me. Anyway, if you guys are interested in this title, if you're into platformers like I am, if you're into something a bit more original, while we're on the cusp of Uncharted, shooter, Battlefield 3, shooter, Modern Warfare 3, shooter, Gears just got out there, shooter. You know, if you're kind of just sick and tired of all the shooting, maybe you might be interested in checking a game out like this. Fortunately, if you're not, you still have titles like Arkham City, which are not just gunplay, but this game is worth a look, especially for $9, $9.99 I believe it was on the PlayStation Network. I actually went out and bought a PlayStation Network card specifically so I could purchase this game, and it was completely worth my $9. Anyway, guys, this has been Goat the Great. The game that I am playing is Sideway. I'm gonna call it Sideway New York because the whole game is being played in New York City. And just before I end it, let me just show you something here. It's got these neat little facts that you can pull up about New York as you're playing the game if you hit the select key, which I thought was pretty cool because I've lived in New York pretty much all my life. Not actually all my life, but pretty much all my life, and I wasn't aware of some of these things. Let's see here. There it goes. It just came up. Jamaica is one of the oldest boroughs in Queens and home to Jamaica Station, a central transfer point on the Long Island Railroad. I knew that only because I've taken the train at Jamaica Station, but things like that's pretty cool, you know, living in New York and seeing a game that's out there to everyone, that's giving them little facts about the city in which I live and love. It's kind of awesome. Anyway, once again, like I said, it's Goat the Great. This is Sideway, New York. It's for the PlayStation 3. Nice art style. The game is actually pretty good too. I would probably drop this game somewhere around an 8. The only thing is sometimes the platforming sections can become a little frustrating, but things like that come with time. The more you play it, the more you're going to become a bit more familiarized with how things work, and that'll help clear up a little bit of the frustration. But other than the frustrating sections, the platforming can sometimes be a little off. Like you'll jump for a platform and maybe it's this kid's limitations, or maybe it's just me sucking, but he just doesn't make it sometimes. Other than that, great sound, great graphics, good price at $9.99, and it's real artsy. You don't really see games played like this, so I just actually completed this level. So there we go. I did an entire level right here for you guys with full commentary. So thanks again for checking out the video, guys. It's been Goat the Great, and I am out of here. I'll see you on my next vid. Peace.